Oh, that's what we
Uh,
got.
Hellfire.
Oh, here's the
Oh,
epilogue.
epilogue. One small fire at a time. It's been 2 weeks since I was allowed to leave the madhouse whenever I wished, but I'm still not used to seeing tons of people bustling through the city streets. My gaze wanders as I admire the view that's no longer bounded by walls. I can go anywhere under the vast blue sky. I breathe the city air. I'd like to say that it smelled like freedom or something, but to be honest, the air at the madhouse is fresher. Still, I'm glad that I can go out whenever I want. After the incident, I was no longer considered mad. I had cured my own magic deficiency disorder. Normally, inmates who regain their sanity have to leave the madhouse, but I was allowed to stay. It turns out that I was never officially an inmate at Eclipse. I assumed that before my parents abandoned me, they had paid Mr. and Mrs. Sherwood in advance for my stay and treatment, but it turns out I was wrong. In reality, Mr. and Mrs. Sherwood had been letting me stay at the madhouse free of charge and never once stopped caring for me.
Oh, she's alive. It's a place.
I'm glad she's alive. We stop in front of a cafe at the corner of a busy intersection. It isn't very big, but it looks pretty cozy. It has a patio that opens directly to the street, so guests can show off their lunch to anybody that passes by. Huh, that's interesting. I learned something new today.
They should already be waiting inside. Going in? No, I have to go back to the...
Oh, do they have a date?
He's in there, you
Oh.
know.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
what? I'll see tonight. They do have a date.
Ooh.
Okay. Never mind. Forget I said anything. You're going on a date? I said forget it. Only invited him for dinner to thank him for the court trial. It's not like I like him or anything.
That last line was delivered in the same tone as Candella's exaggerated impersonation of her the other day. Good job, Candela. But Anna was right. If Joff hadn't pressured the court to declare all of the alienists and nurses, except those who were directly involved with the potions innocent, they might still be in prison right now.
Okay, whatever. I'm going. See you later, Janis. And thanks for bringing... Huh?
Anna stares at me with wide eyes.
What? You said thanks. I don't think I've ever heard you say that before. Whatever, just go away. Janis actually said...
I go inside the cafe. Goodbye, Anna. I look around. The two men and I spot each other almost at the same time. They rise from their seats, and after we exchange greetings, Poe suggests that we sit outside. When we go outside, Anna is already gone. Aww.
Doesn't Joff look young?
So, how are you, little Janis?
Same as usual.
Ha ha ha, well, you look healthy enough, which is good.
Anything's better than being...
Why would they throw you in prison?
I killed Commander.
Joff's right. As I and the other experts testified in the trial, the spell was most certainly cast by accident.
Maybe. To be honest, I still don't even understand.
Do you remember how Oriel Sherwood and I cast thunder together? It's probably like that. Your mana, Wolf's mana, must have flowed together when you held his hand, similar to how two magicians cast certain combo magic spells.
Really? Does that normally happen?
Of course not. It would be disastrous if combo magic was cast whenever people shook hands. We don't know what exactly happened in your case, but we believe the fire was as much Wolf's magic as it was yours.
So we cast the spell together?
That is correct. Well, that makes sense. There was no way I could have cast such a big fire with my own power.
But how was that possible? How did a Dragoon commander cast a spell by accident?
I don't know. I think he lost control of his magic.
Control of his magic?
Just like Candela.
Also, I cast the spell by accident.
That's right.
Did I also lose control of my magic?
Well, that's an odd way to put it, considering you never had control of any magic in the first place, but basically, yes.
You're right.
Also like Candela.
So, why'd you call me here?
Throws a furtive glance at Joff, who is calmly sipping his tea. Joff puts his cup down and speaks.
There's a school that wants to offer you a scholarship. Why?
Well,
Which school?
I don't recommend accepting their offer.
Which school? The Madhouse School. Overture Police Academy.
You see, little Janis, that school isn't like other magic schools. If you go to a conservatoire like the one where I teach, for example, you'll learn magical science, stuff like how magic works, and how it can be used to improve people's lives. But the Overture Police Academy trains their students to be police officers, so while they do teach general subjects, there is greater emphasis on magic combat.
Magic combat, huh? Why do they want me? You beat a Dragoon commander. What other reason do they need? I didn't really beat him. Survived, he didn't. That fits the definition of beat him. Well, yeah, but didn't you notice something weird with Commander when we fought?
He seemed to be uncomfortable fighting you, didn't he?
Right, so you noticed it too. I think I reminded him of his daughter, so to him hurting me felt like hurting his own daughter. But I think it wasn't just that. It was like he was in pain.
I don't think it was pain, not a physical one, anyway.
Then what?
Probably something like a panic attack. He might have been traumatized by his daughter's death, and seeing you in a similar situation reminded him of that trauma and distressed him.
Are you saying he was insane?
Yes, you could say that. I see, so Commander was mad too. Just like Candela. Candela, Commander, and I, all three of us experienced loss of control of our magic. By the way, going back to the scholarship offer, should you accept it, you'd be expected to leave the madhouse because the Overture Police Academy is a boarding school.